one type of girl you should never date is a chooser. All right, people, lock in with me real quick, all right? See, I'm on a cruise right now, right? And if you've ever been on a cruise, you know how cruises be, especially for young adults. Drinking, partying, and fucking, that's really all that goes on. And naturally, I've been doing all three of those things. But one thing I've peeped is that cruise ships have a lot of choosers, bro. Like, I mean, everybody is just choosing the best option. Like, it's like everybody's just matching up with who they feel like is the most compatible. And the hosts, bro, they hosts be choosers like crazy, bro. It was this one girl on this ship, right? Mind you, this happened the second day. I seen her talking to 4 different niggas, and each one she talked to, she took some clothing from them. I seen her take a guy's shirt. I seen her take a guy's sock. Not socks, sock. Hell, I even seen her take a guy's hair tie. But with every single guy she was talking to, she was flirtatious as hell, bro. Loki kind of pissed me off. I'm playing. But before I really crashed out, I had to realize, nigga, game is game. Word is bond too. A chooser gonna choose. Sometimes it just might not be you. And as a man, you just gotta accept that. See, I feel like as a man, you should never, ever date a chooser. Because you won't recognize it at first. But a very, very telltale sign of a chooser is that if she's somewhere with you, but she's always talking to another guy while being booed up with you, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, cut her ass off. Cause you might not think that's crazy, but like if your girl is talking to multiple other guys who are not you while y'all are hanging out with other people, I'm telling you right now, I would just monitor that shit. Especially if she's play fighting with other guys. Like that's crazy. Cause see, if I'm being real with the talking thing, that can be taken a little bit wrong. Cause there's nothing wrong with your girl talking to other guys. It doesn't really matter. But if she's kind of like low-key flirting, like, I don't know, laughing at all their jokes, making small talk and shit, meanwhile she's just ignoring your ass, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, like, it's a clear sign. And I knew a homie who dated a chooser. He thought everything was cool just because he felt like he bagged her. He thought she was just gonna change her ways. Yeah, I'm not finna lie, that relationship lasted about 3 months. Brody found out the bad news early. I'm not finna hold you. Crazy part about it is that she was fucking with a good percentage of the football team on the low. But she was over here trying to text him talking about, I got a boyfriend now, guys. We gotta stop this. Next thing you know, she got a 5-star convinced dick in her mouth in the back of his Hellcat that he got from an NIL deal. Word is bond, bro. Word is bond. I ain't gonna lie, I kinda wanna tell y'all the story about what happened on this cruise ship, but we gonna have to save that for a different cloud talk. I'm not finna hold you. Shit's a little bit fresh, it's a little bit hot on the skillet. I ain't gonna lie, she for sure gonna see this shit. If you do though, hey, word is bond, bro. I don't blame you. If I was a girl and I look good, I would be a chooser too. You're telling me to stick with one guy when I can get a better one? Like what? Which is exactly the fucking problem. Choosers just bounce from dick to dick until they get to the top. And honestly, ain't nothing really wrong with that. I mean, yes, being a hoe, yes, being a degenerate, but if that's how you want to live your life like that. And I really want to say some corny shit like, oh, it's not gonna work at the end. Oh, you're never gonna be satisfied. But I mean, if you're attractive enough to reach the top, I mean, yo, I guess you accomplished your goal. And maybe that's a unique way of looking at it, but like, I mean, that's just the truth. Like, yeah. Now, the thing with being a chooser, if you gonna be a chooser, you gotta realize not everybody can be a chooser. There's a reason why rapper baby mamas and athlete baby mamas are their baby mamas. There's also a reason why we hear about hoes like Selena Powell. There's 2 ends to the spectrum. One where it works well and you get what you want, and the other where you crash and burn and now everybody thinks you a hoe. And more than likely, that second option is what's gonna happen. Because simply and honestly, all a chooser is just a hoe. They a hoe that upgrades from nigga to nigga. But if you can't upgrade from nigga to nigga, now you're just a whore. And nobody wants to be a whore. There's levels to the game, bro. You gotta know which level you're on. Not everybody can be a chooser. Sometimes you just gonna have to find a good person that fits your personality and just stick with them. There's nothing wrong with that either. Like, you should for sure do that. I feel like that's the better route. It means more. But hey, people can choose their own life paths, bro. And if you're fulfilled by choosing, choose up, bro. Because at the end of the day, we all just choosing the best option for ourselves. Only difference is some people choose more than others. So next time you see a chooser ass hoe, just think about that shit. And also, never date a chooser. Unless you're an NBA player or you're rich. Just keep it real. I ain't gonna lie. Find you a girl that loves you for who you are. Let the choosers choose, bro. They gonna go down their own life path, bro. You go down yours. I don't care how attractive she is. Also, I'm dark as fuck. I'm not finna lie. This cruise is doing me. I like ending these videos off of story time, so I'm gonna just tell you a story time on how I found out why you shouldn't date a chooser. So I remember this story like yesterday. I was back in 8th grade, and I've told this story on stream multiple times, so I'm gonna just kind of keep it short. But basically, there's these 2 girls. One, a Hispanic, kind of clouded up girl who was down to earth and who really liked me. Also, she had a lot of IG followers, so she was pretty popular and famous in the area I live in. And then there was this second girl. She was a white girl from a rich family, and at that time, I thought she was one of the prettiest girls I ever seen. Not finna lie to you. And the white girl kind of liked me too. We'll get to that later. But little did I know, she was a hoe. And I think y'all already know where this story's going. So when you hear both of these options, you hear the girl that's clouded, she looks good, and she actually likes me. And then you hear the other girl that isn't clouded, looks better, but she's kind of iffy on if she likes you. You would probably think I would go with the first girl. Nah, y'all already know where this story's going. So at first, I was talking to this first girl, right? And things was going well. We were like best friends, which is basically dating back in middle school. And everything was going well between us, bro. She was putting me on her IG live. She was getting my Instagram following up. Like, I ain't gonna lie, until this day, this story still pisses me off. But this other girl, though, nigga, for whatever reason, she just had my heart. I would text this other girl all the time, bro. Just off some basic shit. Talking about, like, what's your favorite color and shit. Trying to play 21 questions. Trying to find out if she's a virgin or not. Which I soon did find out she wasn't. Mind you, we're like 13 at the time. We're gonna get to that later, though. But with the Hispanic girl, it was more romantic. Like, we would be falling asleep on the phone together. We would be hugging each other in the hallways. It was just nice. Until I fucked it up. So I remember this one night, I was talking to an old white girl. And this was the night where I wanted to play 21 questions with her. So I asked if she was a virgin. She said no. I asked what was her body count. She said 3. Now 3 wouldn't be that bad of a body count if she wasn't 13. Yeah, 3 bodies at 13 is absolutely fucking outrageous. I'm not gonna lie. But I digress. We kept on talking. So eventually from there, it kind of went where you expected it to. We started talking about fucking, because I don't know if y'all know, I wasn't a virgin then either. Eventually we made plans to do something at a football game, which we'll also get to that later. So fast forward a couple weeks, me and the Hispanic girl kind of grew apart because she started peeping I was hanging out with the white girl a lot. Me and the white girl was starting to get like this. Everybody started to take notice. People started making drama. If you don't realize what's going on right now, I basically chose, which bit me in the fucking ass. Later, we finna get to it. So fast forward about 2 weeks, me and the Hispanic girl are just, we don't even talk no more. She was mad that I chose on her, which she had all the right to be. But at the time, I didn't give a fuck. Like, the white girl is who I wanted originally, so fuck it. Like, let me have some fun. Until that white girl started talking to this other guy. See, the thing with the white girl is the white girl wanted a relationship. And I didn't want a relationship at the time because I was trying to manage both girls, but even still, I had some shit on the side too. So, But the thing with the white girl is she never really brought up relationship to me. I didn't even think about that shit. So, like all choosers do, she found a guy that was willing to get into a relationship with her. And she started talking to that guy and started blowing me off. To the point where one day we had a little pep rally, and 2 classes before the pep rally, the girl asked for my hoodie because she was cold. So I gave her my hoodie, even though I was cold as shit. Like, my skin is not made for the cold. She's white. She should have been okay. And she wore it for the rest of the day, including the pep rally. But when we get to the pep rally, one of the homies tapped me on the shoulder and told me to look back. And lo and behold, I see that same exact white girl in my hoodie cuddling with another nigga. And it was a nigga I didn't fuck with. Yeah, she was cooked after that, I'm not finna lie. So fast forward a little bit, I've told this whole story in depth, like, on stream. I might have a video about it. If I do, I'm gonna put it up right here on the screen so you can go watch it. If not, I'm gonna make a video about it. On stream though, it's gonna be better on stream. But basically, we had a football game later that day. Old white girl was with her new man, and they was just booed up that whole entire football game. Mind you, it's the same football game that we planned to fuck at. So during this time in my school, our football team was trash. So nobody ever paid attention to the game. We all just went to the football games to hang out outside of the football arena. So the newlywed couple was hanging out, booed up. Everybody was crowding them, talking about how cute they were. Meanwhile, me and the homie were just in the distance, like a sad-ass supervillain, just staring them down, wondering what could have been. Until she started bothering me. She game lock in real quick. This finna be crazy. So fast forward a little bit into the game. Me and the homie chilling, doing whatever. And all of a sudden, old white girl just pulled up on us. He was trying to talk to me, acting like everything was normal, trying to ask me questions and shit. And I just had to tell her, like, yo, why the fuck are you talking to me? Go talk to your man. And she was like, nah, I want to talk to you. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Y'all literally just started dating today. Like, no, talk to him. And she did this the whole entire football game, bro. The whole entire game. To the point where the boyfriend started peeping shit and got mad. But Brody was trying to get mad at me, even though it was his girl that was talking to me. Like, what do you want? I didn't go up to her. So by the end of the game, old bro wanted to see me. I seen him. He ain't do shit. He ain't hit shit. He just got in my face talking about, stop talking to my girl. Mind you, we're in middle school, so that nigga's not really gonna speak on shit. I was just like, fuck, nigga, get her away from me, bro. Like, that's it. And then he acted like he was gonna fight me. I acted like I was gonna fight him. And then our friends separated us. Blah, blah, blah. Just some corny ass middle school shit. Yeah, it's safe to say that, they definitely broke up after that. Gotta be the shortest relationship I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. That shit lasted about 5 hours. Crazy part about that shit though, after that, she started texting me again. And I texted back, and we linked the next football game after that. But I went through all of that just to link with a girl one time. Because after we linked, she left to school for whatever reason, and I barely even spoke to her again after that because she chose another guy. Even though she wanted to like actually date me. But I mean, I guess she found a guy she wanted to date more. I don't know. And apparently her and that new guy hit it off because 5 months later, I heard she was pregnant. Now, of course, she got an abortion. She was 13. She was not for that child. But that kind of tells you what type of girl this is. Pregnant at 13 was crazy. Actually, I think she was 12. But moral of the story, never date a chooser. Because a chooser is always going to choose. And you always lose them the way you get them. Don't do that shit. All right? Love y'all boys. One Cruise 9 and we out, nigga.